College Football 1980. The kickoff is set at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. As our camera pans back from Ayers Hall on the hill, past the new North Stands, making Shields-Watkins Field and Neyland Stadium the second largest college stadium in the United States. And the pride of the Southland Band, prepared to form the giant human T, stretching from the east corridor to the west sideline. 95,288 fans, including some 12,000 for Georgia, are here to see Southeastern Conference opener, season opener game, Tennessee and Georgia. And right now, as the pride of the Southland Band forms the T, the Volunteers massed at their tunnel raced onto the field. It's football time in Tennessee.
5 with gaps in the middle, and they go to Daniels. Coming in the middle, he fumbled the ball. We hit him on a 23. We might have the ball on a 24. Terry Daniels had it smacked out of his hand. Dogs come up jumping and hollering. 9-0 Tennessee leading. In an eye, 2 men split. Tennessee's in a 4-4. Buck Bellew going to take it. Fakes to the tail and looks. He threw to Herschel Walker, caught on the 37. He dodged a man on the 40, up to the 44, 45, and they ran him out. Herschel Walker did stay in. He had started out. Young Jim Broadway to kick with 8 men coming on him. And the kick is good. Long, going to come down inside the 30, and we hit him. He fumbled the ball, and the dog missed it. It's rolling to 10, to 7, to 5. We fumble it again. We fumble it. It's in the end zone. Get on that ball. It's on the back of the end zone. We had 3 men knock it 20 yards. We'd land on it on our chest. 15-2, Tennessee leading. Crowd roaring against Georgia, trying to make them drop it so they can't hear. We hand it off to Herschel. There's a hole. 5, 10, 12. He's running over people. Oh, you Herschel Walker. My God almighty, he ran right through 2 men. Herschel ran right over 2 men. They had him dead away inside the 9. Herschel Walker went 16 yards. He drove right over orange shirts, just driving and running with those big thighs. My God, a freshman. Tennessee, second down, a long 8 to go. Olszewski turns. He cuts inside the tackle. He fumbled the ball. Everybody dives on the 37. Georgia's got the ball, I think. Jeff Hipp, I believe. Realized we made a goal line stand on the inch of the half line tonight and then immediately fumbled the ball. Tennessee tight in a 6-2. We need a couple of inches. So we go to Herschel Walker, and he drove through. They hit him behind the line, and he got his legs going and went over right guard and got 3 yards. How did he do that? Tennessee trying to hang on to a 6-point lead. Slot with an eye. Tennessee crashing off one side. We pitch it to Herschel. Going to get him out. 10, 8, 7, 5. Herschel Walker. Tennessee guessed the other side. We went to the short side and pitched it to that kid out of Johnson County. He got a block in front of him out around the 6 or 7 and got inside of it and went in the corner standing. Give the guy some rest. One man's going to jump in the middle, and Rex sticks it up, and the kick is good. For the first time tonight, Georgia 16, Tennessee 15, pause 60 seconds, Georgia Football Network. Balls come up to the line. Olszewski behind it. We're in a 6-5. They put a man in motion. They pitch it to the tail. He fumbles. It rolls around. Everybody dives. I think Georgia's got the ball on the 2-yard line. We cracked it out of his hands. Georgia's caught the ball. Eddie Weaver and Joe Crimmins hit him. Georgia's got the ball on the 1.5. Oh, God, look at the clock. 4:02, and it's on a 1.5. Fine, we come up with each man in the corner almost. We're close to having a 6. And Olszewski, and we sack him. Back in the 40. Gilbert came crashing in. Jimmy Payne in front. They got a slot to the right. The Aggies are in an 8-man front. Bellew fakes, looks. Bellew throws. Touchdown! And the Aggies go into a 5-3. We fake the fullback. Here comes Bellew out to the right. He's going long down the field, and it's complete. Norris Brown on the 4, 5, 6-yard line. Dogs line up in a power eye, and they pitch it to Herschel Walker. He's driving at the tackle. Touchdown! Right. Aggies are in a wide 7, really. Buck Bellew sprinting out to the right, looks, and Buck's going to throw. Touchdown! 13 seconds and a half. The ball just inside the 25. Buck going to throw. He's going down to the corner. Touchdown! Aggies are in that 6-2 again. We put a man in motion this time, try to loosen that up a little, and we hand it off to Walker in the middle. 5, 10, 15, 20. There goes Herschel Walker. There goes Herschel Walker all the way. Man, did he turn it on after he got the first 12 yards. 75 yards. Crowd has gone bananas. Averaged 47 yards against Rice last week, and he gets it off long. Spiral. And Scott Warner in the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. Scott Warner coming this way. Touchdown! Touchdown! Power I. Everybody in close now. A man breaks motion left. Homer Jordan on 3rd and 9. He's sprinting back to the left. He stops. He throws it in the middle, and it's intercepted by Scott Warner behind the end zone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There goes Scott Warner, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Scott Warner down the side. One man going to knock him down around the 3. Second down, diving Buck Bellew, touchdown. Buck Bellew went over the top. And here comes Gaskew back to throw. He fires. It's batted in the air, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted on the 1-yard line. TCU's in a wide 5-man front, and Bellew back to throw. Looking. He's going down the middle. Complete. Touchdown. Chuck Jones. Georgia 4th and 2 on the TCU 7. Defense in an 8-3. And there's a pitch out to Ronnie Stewart. Power I on an 8-3, a man in motion. And they come pitching it out to Barry Young, and he's driving. Touchdown. Buck to throw out to the right, being chased. Gonna throw, and caught by Hamp Arnold, close to the ups. Another man missed him, and finally he threw. And it's intercepted on the Georgia 23 by Bob Kelly. And Kelly is down to and front. Fake, Bellew looking. He's going long down the left side. He had a man open in the middle. Touchdown, Hamp Arnold in the corner. This is in that 5-3. Buck Bellew going to hand it off to Carney Norris. He's got 5. He's got 10. He broke away 15. And he's going to get 20, 25. They're still banging off him as he crosses the 20-yard line. Everybody in tight. They go to Carney Norris. Firing over the middle. Intercepted by Dale Williams on the 42. He's up to the 50. Slided out and left with the wide man. And a handoff to Carney Norris when he shoots inside. Driving. And he may have gotten in there. He did by half his body, I believe. Oh, looking in trouble. Looking. Now he throws. Complete. To Charles Jr. in the end zone. And off, Herschel Walker, 5, 10, 12, he ran over him. There he goes, Herschel's gone. Herschel just went 60 yards. First down, they pitch it to Herschel Walker, trying to get him out to the right, and he bursts out for 5. Herschel's got 10, 15, 20. He's got 25. He's picking up speed. There goes Herschel. Close. Buck Bellew sprinting out to the right. And Buck is going to go to Hamp Arnold, and it's completing the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45. He's down over the 35, and Hamp Arnold has a man dive and miss him, and Hamp Arnold is down in the corner. Early long count. Going to go to Rogers, and they blitzed on him, and Eddie Weaver hit him behind the line back around a 47. They're going to set it down on a 47. South Carolina, 7 men on the line, 1 man standing and 3 behind. And Robinson hit a long one. It's long. It's long. Good! He kicked it 57 yards as the quarter ends. Georgia leads 3-0. Timeout, 60 seconds. Georgia Football Network. Dogs are in a 5-2. Harper going to pitch it to Rogers. And 1 man blitzed in and caught him back on a 46 or 7. Dale Carver, who came off a blocker. The fake jaw looks. He's got Walker open. He threw to Womack for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he fell down on the Carolina 41-yard line. Partially bumped off balance by Harry Skipper, the left cornerback. Walker came over the middle open, and there was Womack even more open. They're in an eye looking at a 5-man line. They fake a trap. Ballou looks, and it's batted down. Caught by Womack on the line of scrimmage. He's got 5, 10. Let's see. He's going to have him down in the 33. South Carolina batted the ball in the air. Womack caught it just over the line. They'll mark him dead on the 33. The game then will be 8. South Carolina in a 5-3. And they run a trap with Herschel Walker. Got a hole. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There goes Herschel. There goes Herschel. Suddenly, 76 yards. Herschel Walker scores. Hole at the right tackle. Man, did he turn it on when he had to. Suddenly, 9-0, and the Dogs lead, and the stadium trembles and cracks a little bit. Dogs almost again up on a 7-man line. Put the fullback in motion. They pitch it to Rogers. He cuts in. He fumbled the ball. It pops. It's still rolling. Georgia jumps on the ball on the 16. Fumble. Had it popped up in the air. When it hit the ground, 2 or 3 bodies hit it. Then it spurted to one side on the 16. Again, I say what I said a minute and a half or so ago. We need a first down or 2 or 3. Dogs trying to hang on 13-10. Carolina, remember, hasn't given up a point all year in the 4th quarter. Buck Ballou going to run a draw with Herschel Walker. Got a block. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Down to the 34. The left cornerback, Skipper, Perlott, the free safety, hit him. Herschel Walker got a great block on the corner by Jimmy Womack of Warner Robins. And they got him down to the 35. Carolina in a 5-2. Ballou to the fullback. Womack driving. Womack got away. 10-15 out of bounds around the 5. Now South Carolina can talk it over. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, and they knock him down. Jeff Hipp out of Columbia, South Carolina. Jeff Hipp, he's come up with the ball. He's carrying the ball to the sideline. He wants to keep the football. Comes up into a 6-2 now. Buck Ballou looking at it, going to pitch it to Herschel Walker, try to get him outside. He's going to get 5. He's got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He needs a block. There goes Herschel. There goes Herschel. Lindsey Scott threw one of the blocks. Womack threw one enough on a... Second down and only 2. Ball on the 28. He's up to throw. Fakes. He throws again now. And it's intercepted. It came off a receiver's hands. Georgia's going to have the ball around the 41. Mike Fisher out of Jacksonville, Florida, had a ball hit the split end's hands. And a power eye, they need 3.5. Buck Bellew sprinting out. He's going to throw to Stewart. Complete. Touchdown. Oh, flag down back behind the line. Watch it. Flag down behind the line. There would have been a penalty on Florida. 13-yard touchdown pass to Stewart the full. Peace sprinting out to the left. Looking. They got in trouble. He dropped the ball. Payne went reaching for it. Payne's got the ball in the Florida 23. Jimmy Payne crawled on his hands and knees and got his arm around the ball. Florida in a stand-up fire. They may or may not blitz. They won't. Buck back third down on the 8. In trouble. Got a block behind him. Going to throw on a run. Complete to the 25. To the 30. Lindsey's got 35-40. Lindsey's got 45-50. 45-40. Run Lindsey. 25-20. 50. 10. 5. Lindsey stop. Lindsey stop. Lindsey stop. If you want a miracle, we just got one. Incredible play. Lindsey Scott caught the ball around the 40. There were a couple of players that had an angle. He knew that he had to run as fast as he possibly could. Well, I can't believe it. 92 yards, and Lindsey really got in a foot race. I broke my chair. I came right through a chair, a metal steel chair with about a 5-inch cushion. I broke it. The booth came apart. The stadium fell down. Now they do have to renovate this thing. They'll have to rebuild it now. This is incredible. Well, we might call time. We've only got a 5-point lead, and by the way, there's 1:03, and we got to give the ball back to those guys. I didn't mean to beg Lindsey to run, but I had to. Looking at all those wideouts. Quarterback Peace coming back. No pressure this time. Over the middle, too high. Intercepted on the 42. Here comes Mike Fisher, 45-40. They caught him from behind. Mike Fisher, a senior, intercepted a ball down the middle. He's out of Jacksonville, Florida, and the Dogs have got the ball. Mike Fisher jumping, running over toward the Georgia stands in the band, waving the football. Peace went back for the first time with not a lot of pressure. Threw it down the middle, and we had 2 men in there. First time he really had a lot of time to throw. And Mike Fisher, out of Jacksonville, Florida, a senior, 6 foot 173, intercepted and sprinted at about 15 or 18. 49 delicious seconds to go. 26-21 on a miracle Bellew to Lindsey Scott. Backfield, everybody hugging Buck Bellew. He deliberately took a 2-yard loss to the 44. Look at the clock. Will you look at that clock? Strong, beaten, knocked out of the ranks of the unbeaten. Not throwing sharp all day, and there it was. To Lindsey down the middle for roughly 20 or 25, and off he went. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dogs have won it 26-21. Pandemonium here. Georgia's won it by 5 points when the Gators had it in the pocket, and the zipper had closed. Got kind of a high snap. It's blocked. And it's picking up, driving down in there in the corner. Grady Gilbert going in the corner for a touchdown. Greg Bell was the man that blocked it, number 20. The Dogs have blocked the punt. 1 second. He's going to get a play off. He's looking. He's going to lob it. Touchdown! Roberts in that 7-4 again. Buck Bellew with a power eye. And fakes it, and Buck Bellew scores! 5-2. Buck Bellew going to pitch it to Herschel. No block. He's going to try to turn around and go the other way. Buck Bellew blocked. 22-20. 15. 10. Herschel smells it and scores. And we are in a shootout with these guys. Jones wide in motion to the left. Try to run a draw with Herschel Walker. He drives off the tackle. 5 yards, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Herschel, there goes Herschel. Touchdown!
With 5.5 minutes to play, this one is a 48-yarder. He is 4 out of 6 from this distance. It is blocked. Number 14, it looked like came flying in. And the ball comes rolling back across midfield. And that's got to fire up the Georgia Bulldogs. He is a career scoring leader in field goals in the Southeastern Conference. It's a 46-yard attempt. Everything is good. Plenty of leg. It's a tie ball game. It is. Here's the kickoff by Robinson. A 50-yard field goal by Oliver and a 46-yard field goal by Robinson. The ball's bouncing around inside the 5-yard line. It was a mistake by Notre Dame. Georgia's after it, and Georgia's got the ball. Georgia's got the ball. Robinson hung the football a mile high, and the Notre Dame backs just ran away from it. They knew they didn't have a chance to return the football, and they thought it would bounce into the end zone, but it did not. Like I said at the very beginning today, you gotta have a little luck. Bob Kelly from Savannah came down the field and recovered it. Second down and goal to go for the Bulldogs at the Irish 1. Gotta be Walker. Touchdown. It is third down at about 3.5 as Keel goes back. Blair's in a little trouble this time, and McShay finally got it. Pat finally got it on his third try. They're leading 10-3 with 14:11 to go in the first half. Derek Keel turns, gives the ball to his fullback. Ball get loose. Georgia has the ball. Georgia man comes out of the bottom of the stack with a ball. Walker, sweep to the right, good blocking. He's in there. Here's the Walker touchdown run, but look for number 25 and the big block here.
The fullback normally makes a roll block on this. He's going to usually takes his shoulder, and he's going to go down and knock number 19 Krim right on the ground as Walker goes in for the touchdown. And we'll be right back after this word.
Corey gives it to Stone. Stone's hit behind the line of scrimmage and decked all the way back on the 20. Whoa, Georgia's that time read it just right. Corey wants to throw, puts it in the air. It is intercepted by Scott Werner, and he's coming out with it. And he comes out to the 18. The ball was intended for Pete Holohan. It was on their own 33. They lead the ball game 17-3. The play's up the middle, big daylight, and Herschel Walker takes it to the Notre Dame 44. They've got to go to the 38-37 to get the first down. Keel with a strong arm goes deep for Hunter. It is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Fisher, who read the play well, came around Hunter to make the interception. 4th and 1 for the Irish. Keel still got it on 4th and 1. He gets his pass off. It is intercepted. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Second half, for one thing. But secondly, it'll give them a chance to run off time. They've had 2 so far. Here's Ballou on a keep. He gets away. He's got the first down. Well, he can't throw the ball today, but suddenly Buck's trying to run it, and he does with success, and that is a big... Ballou puts it in the air, throws to Arnold. Arnold comes down with it, and it's a pass completion. It is third down and about 11 for Georgia after the penalty. Ballou rolls it out. He just wants to run around and kill the clock. He's going to run as long as he can, keeping in the field of play. Notre Dame with no more timeouts remaining. We're now inside 25 seconds, and Georgia can stand there and exult as the time ticks away.
And a team won the national championship without making mistakes, Keith. That's what you talked about. They didn't make mistakes, and Notre Dame did.
The crowd, almost uncontrollable, comes storming onto the field to surround both teams. The game is over. Georgia has won 17-10. Vince Dooley riding on the shoulders of his Georgia football players.